question, I want to know, who do you go to for advice? Because I know, especially when we're in a really bad place, sometimes out of desperation, we ask for advice from whoever's willing to listen to our problems. But only very recently, I realized that I've been going to the wrong people for advice, or taking in advice that people decided to so kindly and voluntarily throw at me. And because of the influence of bad advice in the past, I have chosen not to follow my dreams, left a good relationship, stayed in a horrible relationship, worked in an industry that was totally not for me, and the list goes on. So, I want to share 3 things that you can follow before you decide to take someone's advice. But before I get into that, I won't lie. I was inspired to create this video because in the past week, some bad advice almost got to me. I only just started making videos and I already have people commenting that I shouldn't be making them because I suck. Which brings me to the very important first point. Ask yourself, does the person you're taking advice from have the results that you want? I'm incredibly lucky to have someone next to me who has managed to impact millions of people with his own personal message. And my boyfriend, who's literally one of the best creators online and who has the results I want, gave me the advice to just start. He said,
"Truth is, if you wait for the moment when you're officially ready to begin, you will never begin. Don't wait till you have the perfect list of ideas, perfect editing, or perfect whatever. You have the drive and the purpose, just begin. You are already ready to make the world better."
So I was like, you know what? Screw the negative comments. If I manage to influence even one person to actually get out of their toxic environment and turn their life around, I can really live with myself. And same goes for you. Don't take relationship advice for someone in an unhappy relationship or career advice from someone who never pursued their own dreams. That brings me to point 2. Does the person giving you advice have your best interest at heart? You really need to ask yourself, not just based on what people say, but based on what they do for you. Do they have your best interest at heart? My mom may not be an expert in video making, but if she gives me advice, I will consider it because she always comes from a good place. But if I started listening to advice from people who have literally never met me before, but are giving me advice on how to be myself, or listening to people who have so much pain in their own lives, they feel the need to project it onto me and tell me I should stop or off, then my dream would stop before it even begins. Which brings me to the final and probably most important thing. Have you looked within yourself for answers? I must admit, I got really affected one of those days. Because even some of my friends weren't supportive. And to know your friends may not be the happiest for you can really hurt. And despite your honest intentions, some people on the internet taking the time out of their day to spread hate. I'm new to all of this. It did get to me for a while. But you see, I've really learned from my past mistakes. I sat with myself. You really need to do that. Drown out all the other voices, talk to yourself, lean in and follow your gut. If you find a way to do that, to look within, maybe through meditation, journaling, going for a run, if you look within yourself, you may not yet know how, but you will know what you should do. And my gut tells me I'm meant to create videos. I also want to be the first to say that I got out of my toxic environments and I can give you some tips and advice, but only you know your whole story. And so take what works for you and leave behind what doesn't. Follow your gut. Be very, very careful who you go to for advice. I hope these 3 steps will help you make the right decisions and open the right doors in your own lives. Thank you so much, everyone who's watching. You really pushed me to carry on. And for those of you who've been so kind to give me feedback from a good place, I'm really taking it all in and I'm only gonna get better. Have a wonderful week and I'll see you next week. Bye.